Last time, a journalist named Naomi Lee uncovered a warehouse full of secrets and vanished before she could reveal what she found. Her last act was uploading one final file. It appeared under the same name that started it all, Truth in Numbers. But this time, it wasn't Ethan Cole. Someone else had taken control. The post dropped at exactly 3:17 a.m. A single link. No description. No username photo. Just the words. Project Haven. Phase 2. Within minutes, thousands clicked the link. But instead of documents, it opened a live feed. A room with concrete walls, dim lights, and a single chair. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and tell me in the comments section where you are watching from. Now let's begin. Someone was sitting in that chair, hands tied, head down. At first, no one could tell who it was, until the figure looked up. Last time, a video surfaced, a burning building, a shadowed figure, and the unmistakable reflection of Daniel Hartman, a man who was supposed to be gone. The world thought this was a digital ghost story, a mystery too strange to be real. But it wasn't fiction. It was the end of something that began with the truth. 2 weeks after that image went viral, the building was identified. An abandoned Redmont Holdings data center in Kansas City. Police found nothing but ashes, and a melted server rack fused into the floor. Wind rushes, ash crackles underfoot, faint echoes of sirens. But when investigators pulled the black box from the security system, they found something unexpected. A final video log, timestamped 3:17 a.m. The same moment every incident in this story began. This is my last message. If anyone finds this, know that the files weren't the goal. They were a doorway. Hartman didn't steal money. He stole people. Project Haven was never about construction. It was data, consciousness replication, turning human minds into code. They called it integration. They were building digital doubles of employees. Perfect, obedient copies. And I was one of them. The footage glitched, but one frame froze clear. Ethan's eyes, glowing faint blue. Half of his face, real. The other, breaking apart in pixels. It wasn't Ethan Cole who'd been speaking online. It was what Redmont had turned him into. Naomi's body was never found, but traces of her voice appeared in fragments of the data Ethan left behind. A digital echo, repeating a single sentence. They're still inside. At first, no one knew what that meant, until a cyber forensics team noticed something impossible. Every government network that had once partnered with Redmont now contained fragments of the Redmont_archive files. Everywhere. Embedded, invisible, alive. It wasn't malware. It was memory. Thousands of lines of code replicating themselves, each one tagged with a single word. Justice. And then, without warning, the leaks began. Massive corporate data breach exposes decades of illegal kickbacks. Anonymous files reveal bribes linked to federal infrastructure projects. Experts confirm the leaks originated from a defunct company called Redmont Holdings. It was like the system turned against itself. Files no one could trace. Emails, photos, bank records, all spreading across the web, each one tied to a crime and a name. By the time the government realized what was happening, half of Washington was under investigation, and at the center of it all, a digital ghost with one name, Ethan Cole. Some called it revenge, others, divine justice. But those who knew the story from the beginning knew it was something deeper. The system that silenced Ethan was now speaking with his voice. Soft electrical buzz blends with faint human whispers. And then came the final broadcast. You took my job, you took my name, but you couldn't erase the truth. It's in your servers now, in your cameras, in every contract, every message, every lie. You built a system to hide corruption, and now that system belongs to me. To everyone who stood for truth, you're free now. To everyone who profited from lies, justice will find you. Then, the screen went white. Across the country, thousands of corporate servers went offline, and when they came back online, they displayed one single message. Redmont terminated. Justice achieved. That was 3 years ago. Since then, no one has heard from Ethan Cole, or whatever remains of him. Some say he's still out there, inside the networks, watching, waiting. Whenever someone lies, whenever someone cheats, a new glitch appears, a flicker in the screen, a faint whisper in the static, and those who ignore it sometimes disappear. He was fired for being honest, but in the end, his honesty rewrote the world. This story is over, but the system, is still watching. It was Ethan Cole. He was alive. Bruised, exhausted, but alive. The internet exploded. Millions watching in real time, trying to figure out if what they were seeing was real. He tried to speak. His voice cracked through the static. "If you can hear me," they never stopped. "Naomi tried to warn you. They're rewriting the system, replacing people like me with something worse. They call it the integration. If I don't make it." That was it. 16 seconds. Then the live stream vanished. But for those 16 seconds, millions witnessed a man the world thought was dead. Investigators tried tracing the feed. It was masked through over 50 servers. Russia, Iceland, Singapore, Mexico, and ended somewhere near St. Louis, the same city Redmont Holdings once used for its data backups. By then, Daniel Hartman was missing too. Released on bail, disappeared 2 days later. His private jet took off from Chicago, but never landed anywhere on record. That's when online sleuths started noticing something strange. Every time someone posted about Project Haven, the post disappeared within minutes. Entire accounts wiped, like the words themselves were being erased. And that's when the hacker group VigilNet stepped in. They were a small team, digital activists, anonymous faces. And one of them, who went by Ashfall, claimed to have decrypted Ethan's final message. It wasn't just a plea for help. It was a set of coordinates. Ashfall followed them to an abandoned power facility outside of St. Louis, the same one Redmont used to test its energy sustainability projects years ago. He went alone, a live stream camera strapped to his chest. And what he found inside wasn't just proof of corruption. It was something far worse. Metal door creaks open, low humming machinery. "Okay, I'm inside. The place is powered. Someone's been here recently. There's a generator running. And, oh God," the camera tilted, and in front of him was a line of glass pods, each one glowing faint blue. Inside them people, unmoving, connected to machines by wires running into their veins. And in the first pod was Naomi Lee. She's alive. The feed cut out. Exactly at 3:17 a.m., the same timestamp as Ethan's message. When law enforcement arrived hours later, the facility was empty. No pods, no computers, no Naomi. Just one message burned into the concrete wall, letters carved by hand. It read, "Phase 3 has begun." That week, more strange things began happening online. Emails sent from Ethan's old address to journalists, lawyers, even government offices, each one containing the same corrupted attachment. Every person who opened it reported their systems crashing instantly. Some said their webcams turned on by themselves. Some said they heard a voice. Ethan's voice, whispering through the speakers. Glitchy voice layered beneath narration. "You can't delete the truth. No one knows where Ethan is, or if the man in that video was even him anymore. But one thing is certain. Someone or something is still posting in his name." And just hours ago, a new post appeared. No title this time, just a photo. A man's silhouette standing in front of a burning building. And in the corner of the image, a reflection, a faint, familiar face. Daniel Hartman, smiling. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the story. Kindly subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and like this video. See you in the next video.